Welcome to the Friday at 4 podcast series with your host Charles Luttrell and co-host Steve Kent.
Hey, Steve, welcome back to the Friday at 4 podcast series. And as you can tell, I am stuck out here on the road.
Well, Chuck, it's great to be here. Yes, it's Friday. Sorry you're on the road, but we'll talk about that as we go a little bit into here.
Yeah, I love the topic you want to discuss because I think it fits this week because I had a very awful week. The car had some problems out on the road here. And yes, folks, that's why I'm on the road. And Steve and I try not to miss these. And I'm thankful for Steve reaching out and saying, hey, where are you?
We're going to put out a missing persons bulletin.
Is there an MIA on Chuck Luttrell? Hey.
Right.
Oh man. So let's dive into this thing, Steve. I know we gotta make this pretty quick for both of us because we usually record at 4, but we're making it happen. So what you got today, buddy?
So again, just to expand a little bit on what you said and into the topic. The topic for this week is something called flexibility, which fits perfectly. So
Doesn't that fit
as much
perfect?
as much as we plan, and I try to plan as much as I can to get as much in a day as I can, um, there are times that something or things happen that throw you and your schedule completely out of whack. And that's the technical term, by the way, out of whack. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it happens. And the question is, how do you adapt?
Yeah.
So in Chuck's case, you had an issue with the car. I'll let you give us the short version. You had an issue with the car. And go ahead.
No, you keep it
Oh,
rolling, man.
okay. So
Go
we had
ahead.
an
Yeah.
issue with the car. He
Yeah.
brought it in. They fixed it. Um, they gave him a little bit more of a hassle. They fixed that too. He's now out on the road. But because this whole process went into the second day, we both lost track because we're both right on time on Friday at 4 to
Yeah.
start the TikTok session. But because Chuck was off a little bit, it threw him off. I'm waiting for him. He's waiting for me. You're all
Yeah.
waiting for us. And it's like, ooh, what do we do now? So you have to be flexible. But that's why,
Yeah.
as Chuck said, we're in the car, which again, we don't like to do. But he, again, just to be safe and be sure, he is not driving. He did pull over. So just anybody who's watching this, be aware he did pull over. Um, but
You'll
this is
probably
why
hear the
we're doing it.
traffic going by me here. It's I'm on the side of the road. I'm in a nice safe area. I'm in downtown Elkton, Maryland. It's right on Main
Oh,
Street.
nice.
Busy because it's 4 o'clock somewhere, and
Right.
obviously people are getting off of work and they're traveling home
Mm,
and leaving their work here. A beautiful little town here. I really like it. If you
nice.
look at my opening of my Chasing the Stars series, most of it was filmed in this
Mm.
town because I had
Oh,
no idea that I was going to do that show. When I
gotcha.
took these pictures and video, it was amazing. And as I
Gotcha.
used them, I thought about it. Like, wow, I'm in this town and all my videos and pictures are from this town. Yeah, so it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't know on any given day, hour, minute, something can happen. You can get in a phone call you didn't expect. Zoom can go down, which you didn't expect. Um, your computer can decide to do its own thing, which we hope never happens. It's a little bit on the expensive side. But
Yeah, right.
anything can happen anytime. So the thing is,
Yeah.
how do you adapt? So Chuck continued on his thing. He pulled over and we're doing this. I can tell you, I had a situation this week, which at the moment it was a situation because a meeting that I was looking forward to with a large number of people turned out not to happen. And
Oh, wow.
well, it didn't happen at the date and time it was supposed to.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the powers that be were able to move things around, get a new internet connection, whatever they did, because I'm not technical. So whatever they did, they got it to work. The meeting did happen 2 hours later, and it turned out to be a very successful meeting. But again,
That's
it's
great.
how do you adapt?
Yeah. I think one of the cool things about what happened here today is that my car was not supposed to be finished until
Hmm.
today.
Ah,
He made it happen yesterday.
got
And
it.
that's what threw me off on my calendar because
Hmm.
I was expecting 2 days for the car to be down. He made it happen in one day. I
Hmm.
just lost a day and I'm out on the road and here we are, and I like what you talked about, flexibility. It's a tough thing, right? Because what we're doing a lot, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm never really home a lot. I'm
Hmm.
always on the road. So I schedule these to make sure that I am home. And for some odd reason, the flexibility today had to take over because the schedule didn't work out today, you know?
It's okay. It's okay. See, what I do, and again, everybody has their own ways of tracking the activities that they're supposed to be doing, or at least they would like to be doing. I
Yeah.
use Google Calendar. And again, that's my choice. So what I do is I time block, you know, 30 minutes for that call, 30 minutes for this, an hour for that. And I know on a given day, there's a certain amount of things that I really want to get done at a minimum. The more I can do, the
Yeah.
better, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So if you can get more done today, it just makes things easier.
And you know what this taught me, Steve? This taught me that I need to put this show on my Apple calendar as well.
Mm.
But,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. It's
yep,
important.
yeah,
And one of the things that again I do because I time block everything is if
mhm,
I'm supposed to do something at 2 o'clock and it doesn't happen for whatever reason, I look at that calendar. Is there something from later in the day that I can do earlier? Is there
right,
something maybe tomorrow, next day, day after that I can bring into today? Because
mhm,
again, we don't know what tomorrow, the next day is going to bring.
yeah,
So, in order to get your stuff done and remain somewhat sane and somewhat on top of your work, because you don't know, we all, there's two things can happen. One is what you do, somebody else is waiting for and depends on.
yeah,
So, if you got to change your schedule around, try not to make the other person wait. The
yeah,
other thing that can happen is you're waiting for somebody else to do something.
yeah,
So if they say, oh, 2 o'clock, something happened, I can't get my stuff done, I'm going for a drive, I'm going for a walk, I'm going to the beach, I'm going, but then you're waiting for it.
yeah,
So I try to get into the mindset of, I try to be proactive, and I hate that word, I really do, but I
yeah,
try to be proactive and give something to somebody earlier than later
yeah.
in
Here's
the
what's
hope.
interesting about today. Here's what's interesting about today. When I looked at my calendar, I didn't even look at it was Friday. I looked at it from a standpoint of, well, there's no bills due today. Nobody needs me. I'm good. And I just swiped up and kept moving. And
Hmm.
I didn't really think about that it was Friday. And I'm like,
Mm.
well, I really got to prepare myself. And I lost a day, and
Well,
it would
like,
have helped if I would have been prepared, had that calendar, scheduled on my
right,
calendar, not just on my home calendar. It would have
right,
popped up and reminded me, say, dude, go home because you got to get this podcast.
right, right. But you see, this is the beauty, and we have talked about this multiple times, even on the show. This is the beauty of what we do. We are real. This is really happening to us, and we're sharing our experiences with everyone else in the hope that maybe you can get a nugget or two that can help you be a little bit better down the road. That's why
Yeah,
we're doing this. This is real stuff. We didn't plan you having your car break down. We didn't plan on getting it done a day early. Pff, We, who wants to break down and have to spend money? I mean, seriously, you know,
yeah,
but it
yeah,
happens. And again, how do you react to it?
yeah. And like I said, this is a huge life lesson for me right here, is to make sure that I use a calendar that's going to give me that flexibility no matter
Mm.
where I'm at. because this really will come up to say, you know, use multiple calendars if one isn't sufficient enough.
Right. Right.
Multiple calendars, like I
Right.
do. I schedule my podcast series. That's on Calendly, and I
Mm,
see it on my phone all the time. But this show was
yeah.
not. So this woke me
Mm,
up to say, you know what? I got to make this be a priority now, so
yeah.
I don't end up happening what happened today.
Right. Right.
So
See, you have two calendars. I have one.
yeah,
So that does make it a little bit easier if the other two don't sync to each other.
and that's the problem because they won't allow Apple to sync with those calendars anymore. It used to, but they did
Gotcha.
that syncing, I guess, for security reasons, and that's
Probably.
been the issue going along with
Mm,
it. That
mhm.
can't sync those things with Google. I mean, with Apple now. So I'm going to have to figure this out by using
Gotcha.
multiple calendars.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
that's not fun.
yeah, what I want to let the audience and that I do really apologize sincerely for having to do it this way out on the road. Because I'm usually at home relaxing and making sure the show is very professional and very
Mhm.
on the spot like we do. But I want to apologize to you. But this has been one challenging week, and I'm learning how to deal with these challenges. Just one at a time, right?
No matter who we are, and I'm speaking personally on this one, no matter who we are, no matter how good we think we are, there is so much that we do that is out of our control. There really is. And it only takes one little thing we're going sideways. We're not going straight, we're going sideways. And then, pff,
Yeah,
yeah, so I get it,
true.
So yes, again, to the audience, we do apologize, but things happen. We wanted to be on, even though we're late, we wanted to be on because we know we look forward to this and you all look forward to this. So even though we're late and we're going to be a little shorter this week, we just wanted to make sure we got on, told you what was going on, and hopefully, you'll come back and we'll see you again next week. But that was why we came on because we owe it to you.
Yeah. And you know what's cool? This builds character, right? Think about it. So now we have a show that
Yes.
is off kilt. So now when I update
Mhm,
this show and get up on my website, I'm going to talk about that, right? Because this
mhm.
show fits perfect with your topic, about the flexibility. And I'm going to talk about that. So look how flexible we are. We still got it done. It's not as long as the show as we want it to be, but we still got it done because we honor the fact that we do this every Friday at 4 o'clock, and we want to make sure we get this thing in and get it done.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Content is key for our listeners.
It is. It is. Yes, this is free. Yes, we're adding value and stuff, but it's still the relationship. It's still we appreciate everybody being here and we wanted to make sure that we did something this week just to let you know what's going on.
Yep,
And we will be
absolutely.
back strong next week. We promise.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be a problem for me. I'm making sure this won't happen again. I gotta work on the extra calendar and just get it on the calendar. That way I have a 2 hour leeway. When I put something on my calendar, I always do 2 hour
Hmm,
notifications.
got it.
Plenty of time to see it and react. You know,
Right.
there
Right.
was no reason
What?
for this because things happen. It's part of life, right?
Yeah.
And as long as I accept it and Steve, you accept it, our audience
Hmm.
accepts it, you know, stuff happens.
Yeah.
I'm good if you're good,
Yeah.
you
We're
know.
we're not perfect. We keep saying we're not perfect. This is who we are.
Yeah,
And this continues to prove that this is real. This is not made up. This is not fake. There's no stage, there's no lighting, there's none of that nonsense. This is us. So that's what makes this real. So,
yep,
yeah.
yeah, yep.
All right.
I appreciate it, Steve, man. Thanks a lot.
That's
I
it.
appreciate you
No,
coming through on this. And
no, absolutely. My pleasure.
yep, we
We're a
got this.
tech team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I guess in closing here, I really appreciate your flexibility. I know you appreciate my,
Absolutely.
and it is even if it's a little bit later then, but with the 4 o'clock podcast because
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
I love that line, I love that phrase because even though it's 4:44 my time here, it's 4 o'clock somebody else's time somewhere.
It's four
Whoever's,
somewhere.
you know,
Yeah, it is.
Steve, thanks
All
again
right.
for getting this done for us, and
You got it.
I'm
My pleasure.
and let's catch up soon, and we'll talk. We'll talk soon, and everybody have a great weekend. And I hope you
Yep.
get something out of
You got it.
flexibility.
Perfect. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, everyone, for being understanding, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Take
You
care,
got it.
Steve.
Take
We'll
care,
talk.
Chuck. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been watching the Friday at 4 podcast series with your host Charles Luttrell and co-host Steve Kent. Thanks for watching.